Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. We're going to do a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. Game is 14 years old, as you may have seen there, I think. 14 years old. This is back when Bethesda released these games much more frequently. Alright, hopefully that will allow us to hear the sound and won't wash out. Oh god. Wash out too much of what's going on here. I'm turning off the radio to avoid copyright strikes. Oh, what am I? Oh, I'm hitting Y. I don't want to hit Y. Alright, display. Alright, we'll do normal difficulty. I don't even know what game is the continue, so we're just gonna hit new.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
I swear I turned the music down.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
All right. Well, let's talk about the background of our character before I type in the name, or while I'm typing in the name. I decided to do an unarmed build that may evolve into explosives. So our character is a former tribal of a tribe not from around here. Basically, his tribe was wiped out. He was like a tribal champion. But his tribe was wiped out while he was sleeping, and he awoke, and there was lots of explosions and gunfire and confusion, and basically he was kind of out of it, so he just kind of slipped out the back, and he doesn't know who attacked his tribe. He's very distrustful of any organized group, whether it be tribal or a governmental group like the NCR. So basically, he wandered to New Vegas and took up as a courier, which involved basically hiding that he was a tribal because he doesn't want to be tracked down by the people that wiped out his tribe. But that being said, he's still going to retain some of that tribal knowledge. So we're going to call, I just see I misspelled my own name. We're going to call him Strikes Twice.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
All right, well, that looks like a guy probably named Ted. We're actually going to cheese the game here a little bit. Strikes twice doesn't have to be a man. And we're going to cheese the game by choosing to be... That's supposed to be a Hispanic lady. We're going to choose to be a female for a simple reason that most of the enemies in this game are male. And so sometimes if you want to choose the game, you've got to attack the preconceived notions. So that is what we are doing here.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
All right. We can't sleep in the bed anymore? We just spent 3 days there. Why can't we sleep in the bed?
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
All right, so here's where you choose your character build. So obviously, as someone who's using melee, I'm gonna want that pretty high. I'm gonna leave perception at 4 for right now. We're gonna lower charisma to 1. I really want to lower intelligence to 1. Gonna have to put luck up there. Let's go back to endurance. Well, in theory, we're not going to be using VATS. At least initially, because we're going to be using melee, which means we're going to get right up close and personal. I'm kind of debating about how much perception to have. I mean, in theory, we'd be very perceptive because we're a former tribal, but on the other hand, we did get shot in the head. So maybe... maybe we'll put it into agility. All right, so our final build here, allegedly, 9 strength, 2 perception, 9 endurance, 1 charisma, 1 intelligence, 9 agility, and 9 luck.
Sorry, little lady. I fixed up your head as best I knew how. Guess I missed a spot. Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
All right, let's see if my dogs are still barking.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Now, look, there are skills that these answers correspond to. And if I wanted to totally cheese, you can look up which ones are which. But I'm not going to do that. So,
House.
all right.
Night. Bandit. Light. Mother.
Human shield.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but conflict is in our nature.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
That's probably true.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
We will disagree with that.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
We will agree with that.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
We will agree with that.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
What do I see? I see an angry, two-headed ant.
Okay. How about this one?
How about a piece of... no, maybe not. How about a ship at sea?
Last one.
Two bears high-fiving?
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
All right, so here's our first look at our skills. We got lockpick, melee weapons, and survival selected. Actually, I'm going to choose unarmed instead of melee weapons. We're going to put that in explosives for the time being. We'll keep this at... Actually, we'll take it off unarmed and put it into barter. I really wanted that to be one more point in there. We'll keep it there for right now.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
All right, we can pick some traits here. Built to destroy. You get 3% better critical chance, but weapon equipment degrades 15% faster. Blah, 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 blah. Good-natured, you gain +5 to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech. You have -5 to energy weapons, explosive guns, melee weapons, and unarmed. We'll take that. I have no idea about Logan's loophole. And I think we'll take skilled. +5 to every skill. And that's that.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
We can't keep that outfit on for the rest of the game? Where's this guy going?
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy, I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Alright, we are not going to play hardcore mode. Alright, we completed our first quest. The DLCs are going to pop up here. We're not going to be doing any of them immediately. Alright, how do we look at our Pip-Boy here? Alright, that's how we look at our Pip-Boy using the B button. It's been a minute. Alright, there's our character. We don't have any reds. We get a bonus speech and melee. Please read this educational message about weapons. Alright, so we got binoculars, which is not really a weapon, a broad machete, 12 sticks of dynamite, a mercenary's grenade rifle, a sturdy caravan shotgun, 10 throwing spears, and a weathered 10mm pistol. These are all courtesy of the mercenary pack, which you saw load into the game. So I will equip the broad machete. Here is a quick note from the game about apparel, basically damage threshold, how much damage it blocks, condition, how beat up it is, whether it's light, medium, or heavy. Heavy slows you down, and whether it needs to be repaired. So we've got armored Vault 13 jumpsuit, weight of 15, lightweight leather armor, weight of 10, lightweight metal armor, allegedly a weight of 20, tribal rating armor, a weight of 15, and the Vault jumpsuit, which does not offer any protection. And so the tribal armor weighs 15, gives a DT of 4. The armor jumpsuit weighs 15, has a DT of 8. And the lightweight leather armor has a weight of 10 and a DT of 8. So that is probably the best armor for us to wear. I like how the tribal armor has tires on it. Alright, so that's that. Here in aid we have 5 bleak venom, which we can use on our weapon. 3 doctor bags, which help if your limbs are crippled. Stim packs, you should know what those do. Super stim pack, which is a stim pack but better. And a weapon repair kit, which appears to be for small arms, but apparently you can use that on anything. Here in the miscellaneous, we got our trusty Vault 13 canteen and 12 bobby pins. And we got some ammunition here. There's a whole thing you can do with crafting ammunition. If you're using ballistic weapon, I wanted to avoid that. If you've never played New Vegas before, but just know that's a whole world into itself. So we've got 50 rounds of 10mm, 40 rounds of 20 gauge shotgun, and 20 40 Mike grenades for our grenade launcher. So that is that. We are not going to turn any of this stuff on for right now because I don't want to get demonetized. But that is a look at the Pip-Boy here in Fallout New Vegas. All right, there's a metal guy, Victor, who pulled us out of the dirt. Let's go talk to him.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who those men were that attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
How did you end up in Goodsprings?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
I don't know how that wheel gets any propulsion out of it, but... Alright, all the DLCs are loaded. Do we have a quest thing here? Oh, so here's a look at our skills. 34 in barter, 26 in explosives, 25 in guns, 31 in lockpick, 25 in melee weapons. And yeah, so we're pretty well rounded. All right. We already looked at all that. Is there a quest thing here? Oh, here it is. All right, so we're going to the Prospector Saloon. I don't know what Canyon Wreckage refers to right off the bat. So the trigger button pulls your weapon out and attacks with it, and then the X button on Xbox puts it away. And look at this guy hiding behind a tumbleweed.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Do you know anything? No, let's say, why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
Well, that makes sense. You were a prospector, like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
You would think all the good stuff would have been found by now. Did you ever find anything good while prospecting?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
You mentioned the NCR earlier. What's wrong with them?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Do you know anything about that guy, Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
What's so important about Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
What do you use bighorners for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
See you later, Easy Pete.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Oh, so there's critters in the schoolhouse. Huh. Well, why don't we go to the schoolhouse now? If I'm remembering correctly, the schoolhouse is right over there. So when you're playing a game like Fallout New Vegas, obviously you should look at everything and talk to everybody. Look at that, we found a copy of La Fantoma. The Phantom. See, I told you I speak Spanish. Alright. Look at this house. I bet there's something in this mailbox. Never mind. Anything in this house? I can't pick that up. Empty Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle. Well, all right. The schoolhouse. Lander roots. Whatever that is. Oh God. I don't know how I turn on my Pip-Boy light. Okay. All right. guess they're all dead. Oh, it turned me around. I got all discombobulated. How do I turn on my Pip-Boy light? No. No. Let me look at the controls. All right. I don't know. Which kind of sucks because I would love to use the light right now. Hmm. Oh well, I give up for now. Let me look it up on my phone. Oh gosh, how did I not know this? New Vegas Pip-Boy light. Everybody stop screaming at the screen. A lot of people have asked, so I don't feel dumb. Oh, it says hold the B button. Well, there it is. All right, look at that. Salesman Weekly, we'll take it. We're just not reading the books right away because I haven't decided how I'm going to deal with those. And basically, we're just going to take everything we find of value in here. What is that? Let's say Gothica or Uthica. That must be how they procreate. I'm not up on the mating habits of mantises. Boy, those lockers didn't have a lot out there. Plunger, scrap metal, Programmer's Digest. Large scorched book. Couple of mantis eggs. I'm sure they're delicious. Five caps. The school desks don't look like they have a lot in them. Cups. A thing called Lad's Life. Can't take that bucket. I guess not. All right, back to this thing. We're too done, but we can open it the old-fashioned way. All right, bottle cap, Mentats, pre-war money, Stealth Boys, Super Stim Pack. Let me look at something really quickly. Yeah. All right, so if you were going to cheese the game, you would have a 9 intelligence, and you would go to your map and zoom out, and you would head north up here to the strip area, and you would use your stealth boy to help you get there without being ripped apart or whatever. We're not going to do that because I think that kind of defeats the purpose of playing the game if you cheese it too much. So we're going to avoid cheesing because most of you are going to avoid cheesing. That being said, you can, between the Pip-Boy and sneaking, make your way onto the strip at level 1 and go get an intelligence implant right away, which is very helpful. All right, whose house is this? Nobody's around. Oh, it's Victor's house. Are we supposed to be in Victor's house? I have no idea. Nothing in the oven. Victor drinks coffee, apparently. He does not need energy cells. Nor scrap metal. Nor any of that stuff. I keep hitting the button and I apologize. Basically, whatever we just stole, he doesn't need, because he is a robot. So, he doesn't need a bed either. I mean, let's be honest. Alright, so thanks for the supplies, Victor. Another house with an empty mailbox. Let's look at this house. Ooh, it says we'd be stealing if we took that. Oh, someone must live there. Well, we're not going to be a shitbag and steal from somebody who's alive. We'll be a shitbag and steal from people who are dead. Alright. Couple more pieces of junk. Some white horse nettle, which apparently is a plant. How do you jump? Eh? An empty travel trailer, probably used as a shelter. Some duct tape. Is this somebody's house? A lot of dust in the air. Alright, look at that. If we wanted to use a BB gun in our playthrough, we have one now. This must be an abandoned house. We'll take all that stuff. Cutting board, I don't need that. Look here between the oven. There was some stuff there. Alright, we stole all that stuff. We're out of here. Now let's go to the saloon. And see about Sunny Smiles. Hey, Easy Pete left. Sorry, the tumbleweeds bother me.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
All right.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
All right. Let's go to our weapons. Oh, we've got the varmint rifle already equipped. Here we are. Now, if you want to be really good, you crouch down. How did I miss?
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
What do you think I'm doing, you trippy bitch?
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
Really?
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay, I'm in.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
All right. Obviously, you move faster with your weapon put away. And back in the day, if you were playing and you didn't have the luxury of having the mercenaries pack or whatever, this is how you would get your first weapon from Sunny Smiles. Unless you got one given to you by Doc, based on your choices. Uh-oh.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Oh, whoops. I see movement. All right. Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System. We don't have any good shots here. All right, there we go. One without VATS, one with VATS. We'll hit our reload really quickly. There you can see the weapon jammed on reload because of its condition. There should be one more hiding over here. Somewhere. That's why they call it Goodsprings, folks. Got that good water. Alright, I guess that's it.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Alright, so we're gonna follow Sunny Smiles and kill some more geckos. Alright, don't shoot Sunny Smiles.
Come on!
The dog was injured. Ooh, a gecko egg. Alright. Man, it has been so long since I played this game. Did she go over this way? I think the answer is yes. Wait, there's another gecko out there. Oh, there's a woman.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Couldn't hurt.
All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, so we already have the xander root. So let's go up to the graveyard. And again, this is just a tutorial to teach you a little bit about survival. If I knew where there was a brock flower, and I'm sure there's one around here, but if I knew where there was one, I would just go get it. But I don't know where there is one. So instead, we are going to go to the graveyard. And that's fine. At the graveyard, we will get some other stuff. Let me switch weapons to the throwing spear, which does a ton of damage. I just heard gunfire over there. That's why the throwing spears are really nice in the beginning. Alright, we killed a bark scorpion and got a bark scorpion poison gland. Alright, let's switch weapons. I don't want to... We'll use the pistol. Alright, look at that. I said look at that. It looks like something went flying or something. Alright, here's the grave. Here's a lantern. Bloatfly didn't have anything in him. Look at this. Snow globe. You have found a limited edition Mojave Landmark snow globe. These rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles, but rumor has it some collectors will pay dearly for them. Alright. Here, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot. Here on this grave, we found some tobacco and some prickly pear fruit and agave fruit. And we'll take the bloatfly meat. And I swear I just heard gunfire again. Alright, there's a bunch of graves here that look like we could open them. If we only had a shovel. And one would think there would be a shovel here. There is the Brock flower. And a bunch of cans. And bottles. No shovel? It's possible I just walked right on by one. Alright, well... we will, have to see if we can find one somewhere. Alright, back down to the source. Sunny Smiles must be this away. Alright, Sunny.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Is this like Goody's healing powder? Alright. One healing powder has been created.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
All right. Well, there goes Sunny Smiles. We will make a bloatfly slider and a gecko steak. All right. See you later, Cheyenne. We might as well collect up all these bottles and cans. Never know when they might come in handy. Or if we can get rid of them. For now, I think we're going to head back. I want to see if I can find a shovel. Ooh, that was nice. We found some scrap in that toolbox. I need a shovel. Is there a shovel down here? It's getting kind of dark out. Fortunately, you can't take Sunny Smiles as a companion, nor can you romance Sunny Smiles, unfortunately. Maybe we can trade a bunch of tin cans for a shovel. Although I feel very strongly that there is a shovel somewhere around here and we're just too dumb to find it. Boy, it's getting dark out.
Done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
That guy looked mad. Something going on?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
I don't like these conversation choices, so we'll just say never mind, I want to talk about something else.
Alright.
Who was that man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
What happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
So I mean, this is pretty obvious, you don't need to ask it. If you don't help Ringo, the powder gangers will like you. So don't ask that if you're trying to be nice. Who's the big robot thing that saved me?
I know that thing. as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has he been in Goodsprings?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Never mind. Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say they were where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Can probably fix your broken stuff.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Does Goodsprings get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Anything interesting going on in the rest of the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Well, maybe just because it would deny NCR power. All right, we'll ask the obvious question. So I hope Ringo Goodsprings will like me more. What if I help the powder gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Show me what you have for sale.
I'm sure I've got something you like.
We really don't care about what she has for sale, although she does have a fixin' things and meeting people and a salesman weekly. And that spent up most of our money, so we're going to sell some stuff we don't intend to use. Like maybe our BB gun? Sturdy caravan shotgun. Well, how do you do? We'll sell the BB gun. We'll sell the armored jumpsuit. We will sell the tribal raiding armor. And we will sell all of our junk that we collected. Actually, let me get that plunger back. We might need that. In case I have to take a dump. Alright, and we'll sell the BBs. Oh, don't sell that.
Pleasure doing business with you. Be careful out there.
Alright, now let's go look at her radio. What is our repair at? $19. How much should we need to fix it? $20. So if we read fixing things, we could repair the radio. So normally I don't advise doing, I wouldn't normally do this, but we will read it and repair the radio. I don't talk to non-named NPCs, so where did she go? She leave? Ooh, a pre-war book is in there. Yeah, I'm not really gonna... I don't know where she went.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Oh, we can do a barter check. That's it? Are you implying I've done shoddy work?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
I already did, lady. Goodbye.
Be careful out there.
Hello.
Hey, Easy Pete. Oh, we leveled up. Alright. We have 11 skill points. Don't get me wrong. If you went all in on intelligence, you could pile up skill points and max out all your skills, but then that defeats the point of role-playing. So we will put 1 into repair, 1 into science, 1 into speech, 1 into medicine, 1 into barter, and were we doing unarmed or melee? I can't remember. I think we were doing unarmed. Alright, we got some choices here. Black Widow, Cherchez la Femme, Hunter, look at that critical damage against animals, or Intense Training. Because most of our opponents are going to be men, we will choose Black Widow. Alright, well, fixing things wore off. Look at this auto-inject stim packs. We can't make anything. So that's that. I want to say, I think there's either some stuff up here, including a young bighorner. Or maybe we can find a place to sleep. Ooh, a copy of Future Weapons Today. Alright, what is that? Sensor module, we'll take that. You know I love empty whiskey bottles. And we will, we'll take a nap here. All right, 6 a.m., we're back up and at it. Recovering from our head injury. We're still looking for a shovel. Although I don't think we're going to find one. Although we did find some banana yucca. And I think Ringo's up in the gas station. We might go look there. Found some duct tape. I really would love to find a shovel. All right, there's a truck in there. 4 Sunset Sarsaparillas, and we'll open the gas station.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
Did you know that there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
Why are the powder gangers out to get you?
My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge.
What are you going to do about them?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
You need a hired gun. I'm available.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
It'll have to do. What now?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Alright, so that is Ringo. I think all this stuff behind the counter here might be set to owned. Maybe. Couple of Sunset Sarsaparillas. Carton cigarettes. Oh, the ammo's owned. And caps. Crunchy mute fruit. So there's some stuff in here. I always wondered what a crunchy mute fruit would be. You know? Does just that mean it's really crisp? Or does it like nuts studded on the outside of a fruit, which would be awesome? That's what I like to think. It's like an apple with hazelnuts attached to it. All right, that's just some guy. Let's go talk to Sunny Smiles. Where's she at? Nobody's here yet. All right, well, we can go look around for a shovel. Butter knife. Maybe we should go look again. Maybe I missed the shovel last time. Although I don't know how I would miss it. One would think a graveyard would just have a bunch of shovels laying around so they could bury people. But since I'm not a graveyard worker, clearly I have no idea what I'm talking about. See, there should be a shovel right here. That's an ominous sound. All right, no shovel. Huh. Well. Maybe there was one in the schoolhouse and I just missed it. I didn't bother picking it up. Let's go look. After we look in these crates. For more sunset sarsaparilla. Now those crates are stealing. Alright, much better with a light. Some bottle caps. Oh, I thought that was going to be a shovel. Well, unfortunately I don't need a broom. I hate to say it, but I think our quest for a shovel came up empty. Ooh. More crickets out there. Those guys weren't there before. Victor, do you have a shovel? More books. Maybe in this house they have a shovel. I think we already took everything of value out of here. I could have slept in here last night.
Howdy. Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome. Yup.
Easy Pete's a man of few words. Alright, here's Sunny Smiles.
Hey, hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings for a while longer?
I'm gonna help Ringo take down the powder gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How can I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Alright, well I actually do know a little bit about explosives.
I'll be waiting.
So let's go talk to Trudy.
More? So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Near the saloon and store are good spots to stage an ambush if I had the help.
That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright.
Be careful out there.
So that is that. Easy Pete.
Howdy.
I hear you've got dynamite. It would help us beat the powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
I'm familiar with the care and handling of explosives, dynamite included.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
All right.
Yep.
Dynamite is made with nitroglycerin. It's actually trinitratoluene, I think, but nitroglycerin by itself is a volatile substance. It gives you these really bad headaches, and Diet Coke or just Coke is one way to get rid of it because of the caffeine. Kind of like a migraine, almost. All right, let's go talk to Doc Mitchell about medicine. I don't even know if I have the thing to get this from him. This house is huge. Am I just missing him? Crutches. I can't believe this stuff is not set to owned. You just take it. Now if he had a shovel, look at that, he's got weapons laying around here. Hey, don't mind me.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
The town is going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
All right, we got 3 Stimpex. Thanks a lot.
You take care now.
In addition to what I stole when he was not here. All right. Hey, don't we know a robot? Let's go talk to Victor. See if he's willing to help out.
Howdy, partner.
Are you decent in a fight? I could use more firepower if you have any.
Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough. Happy trails!
All right. Uh-oh, my phone is ringing. Hello? All right, I probably edited that out. So we got Victor on our side. Now all we got to do is go talk to Chet. Let me look at something really quickly. Our barter is 35, our speech is 20. All right, here we go. There's Chet.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I need supplies to fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Just let them take over the town then. I'm sure your business will be much better off.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
All right. We're just gonna see if he has a shovel. Anywhere in his stuff. He doesn't have a shovel. All right, got some mods here for weapons. So keep that in mind. I just can't believe he doesn't have a shovel. How am I supposed to get it open without a shovel? I think you can also cheese his speech check for more armor.
Take it easy now.
Let's just try it to see if it works.
You looking to buy some supplies?
I don't think we can. All right. Do you know anything? What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
All right.
Take it easy now.
We will talk to Chet later. So I think we got as much as we can get from everybody.
I'll keep an eye out for the powder gangers and meet up with you and Ringo when the time comes. Until next time.
All right. So let's go talk to Ringo. Actually, before we do that, let's look at our apparel. Put on some better armor here. Could also equip the M79 grenade launcher, one of my favorite weapons in real life. Used it when I was in the military, lots of fun.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Where's Trudy and the rest?
They're getting set up in cover, but it might not go well unless we get out there soon.
Let's go.
Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow myself up. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
All right, folks. The Battle of Goodsprings. There's some guy running around near his house. Wow. Well, we're going to aim for Joe Cobb because he's the leader. What happened? Oh, vilified by the powder gangers. Because I killed everybody. Alright, Ringo's arm was crippled by me.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Didn't I hear you say something earlier about not being able to pay me now?
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Alright, hopefully you get that arm fixed up. Now the important thing here is to loot all these powder gangers that you killed. Because they don't have a ton of stuff, but they do have stuff. And it's more stuff than you had in the beginning. Especially Joe Cobb, who has a .357 Magnum revolver and a stealth boy. So again, if you couldn't pick the safe in the schoolhouse, you can get another stealth boy from Joe Cobb. Alright, look at body parts everywhere. Alright, let's look at our quest log. Okay, here in our weapons, we will re-equip the machete. We can repair. You hit Y, and you can repair the varmint rifle a little bit. And we can also repair the powder ganger armor. Yep, one almost full up outfit. We'll put the lightweight armor back on. Alright, so that is that. Why don't we head south? And we're going to end the episode soon, but I just wanted to show y'all one more thing. Look, there are body parts way back here. That grenade rifle is quite the item. All right, let's go look over here real quickly. Ooh, this looks like a water pump that's not pumping water anymore. Back here by the campfires. We make anything? gecko steak. And we can also make tanned gecko hide, which I'm not exactly sure what that does. And here's another spot to sleep. There is some guy. Look at all this garbage. Sorry, Fallout 4 has made me adverse to leaving garbage on the ground. Although we're over encumbered. Because we get all this armor and stuff, so we'll find a container and put our junk into the container. Alright, look at this guy.
Hello? Can you help me?
I don't have any drugs.
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die.
Where is she?
Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
I'll see what I can do.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
That guy looks like he's on all the drugs. Alright, our machete, which is probably made from a leaf spring. Now look, when you venture too far from Goodsprings, you can rebuild your character. And it resets all of your stuff. I'm pretty sure we had something like this. And then you can redo your tag skills, so we don't need this to be tagged anymore. So we're going to tag unarmed, we're going to tag I think repair and lockpick. And then again, we're going to pick good-natured and skilled. Alright, so as you can see, now that we didn't need some of that stuff, like the explosives, we can take the points away from that. And then we leveled up, we'll just put one back into barter, one into science, one into repair, one into medicine, 4 into lockpick, 1 into speech, and the rest into unarmed. And we'll keep on with Black Widow. Alright. Remember, Xander root is a thing we want. That is a rotten one. And I think this is Prague flower right here. And there is a dead gecko. So maybe the other geckos are up here. And if you're using guns, you could just hop up on a ledge there. But we are not doing that because we are dumb. And we might need to heal up a little bit here. Huh. How about some buffalo gourd seeds? Okay, those didn't heal us very much. Alright, how about some healing powder?
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
Good plan, Barton. Alright. These geckos don't have anything. What a rip. Baby geckos had stuff. Alright, we are over encumbered. But we can open the refrigerator and find a bunch of stuff. Maybe something will give us some strength. Maybe not. All has radiation in there, pretty much. Here we go, some scotch. Squirrel Stew doesn't give an XP boost anymore. Alright, anything at all up here of worth? I guess not. But there is the stash. Nine bottle caps. And 10mm rounds, a camera, and an ashtray. That's what you died for, Barton. And you obviously didn't get hit with 2 bear traps. Like I did. Oh, he had to fight more geckos on the way up here. I didn't know that. That's funny. I'm surprised I'm not crippled. Alright. We will use grudgingly 1 stim pack. We'll drop the Wasteland Doctor fatigues. And still need to drop that baseball cap. And we'll drop the outfit. Alright, so we're good. I'm going to go back and make some more healing powder. And we are getting to the end of the episode here. So I think this is a good time to stop. Because we're up on the time limit I arbitrarily created for these episodes. So, gecko steak. 9 gecko steak. Wow. And a couple of healing powder, and we will go take a nap. in Barton's trailer. And we're fully healed. All right, let's get a save point. We're going to overwrite our save. Alrighty, so when we come back, we will continue to explore the area around Goodsprings. Hopefully we can find a shovel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, everybody, on our Fallout New Vegas playthrough.